being here and spending some time with us on this media day. Obviously, we're excited. As a quarterback coach, I'm excited to have a fifth-year senior coming back in Taylor Lamb. So that's something we're looking forward to improve our passing game. And obviously, as an offense, having one of the best running games in the country, you're always excited about that offensively. And obviously, we're going to have to do a lot of good work on offense and put some points up on the board. And hopefully, we have the same success we've been having the last few years.
One of the positions that have been talked about the most this coming year is probably the wide receiver position. And you guys, as known for a running team, you also are known for having any wide receivers kind of break out in certain games. Can you just talk about how that makes you guys more of a threat and what you see for this coming season?
Yeah, obviously we're a strong offense when it comes to running the ball. Coach Clark and the offensive line do a great job. But, as far as the receiver is concerned, obviously those guys are going to help alleviate the box so these guys don't have to block a whole bunch of guys up front. Shea Meadows has been our deep threat. We got some guys now that can – we have a lot of speed outside that can run. Jalen Burgess, a newcomer, is going to be a freshman that's going to be able to do some things for us. He's looking real good out there. T.J. Watkins is another kid out there. We have a newcomer, been so far very surprisingly to see a true freshman out there compete and do well in Hennigan. So those are guys that, we're expecting big plays from and a lot from in order for our offense in the passing game to operate.
Shawn, you've had the luxury of back-to-back all Sun Belt centers, and now you've got to replace that position again. In terms of Ryan and Tobias being there and competing for that spot, being center is about a lot more than snapping. There's a lot of additional responsibilities that are required. Talk about the things that make playing center for you a little more unique on that offensive line.
Well, in our offense, our center starts everything, from who we're working to what kind of scheme we're going to run. And our centers have to have poise. And you can't go out there with, you have to have a level head, have some patience about yourself, and be able to, when the snap is going, to turn it loose. We're fortunate enough now we have three centers that we can count on. We have Ryan Newsel and Tobias, and we have a freshman that's doing very well. Noah Hannon from Greer, South Carolina, has really came in and opened our eyes. And so whenever there's competition at that spot, it's a good thing.
You talked about wanting to kind of figure out the group sooner rather than later, just for continuity's sake.
Right.
Where does that kind of stand at this point?
I think we have a pretty good handle on it right now. Our top five guys, we know who they are, but we have to find some more depth. Last year we only had 6 guys that could play, and now I think we have 8 or 9 guys that we can throw in there and not skip a beat on offense. And the thing here, we have to develop our players, and we've done a great job from the off season to now. Those guys really took it in stride and they worked on their craft. And to be a great lineman, you have to work at it and you have to play. You look at all the great players that came through here. It was their second, third, and fourth year where they were really good. And you look at our team now, we have Bo Nunn, who's been a 3-year starter, and Colby Gossett's been a 3-year starter, and Vic Johnson was a redshirt freshman this past year, was freshman all-conference. And that's a kid that's really stepped his game up. He took it upon himself to gain 20 pounds in the offseason, and when you watch him play now, he holds himself at a different level now, bigger chest, he's confident, and when you turn the tape on, you recognize him now.
Is that top 5 a secret?
Pardon me?
Is that top 5 a secret?
We're not going to tell you right now.
One of the things on offense that you guys had done in the past few years is Barrett Burns getting those touchdowns in the red zone. What's the tight end position battle kind of looking like right now, and what's the expectations for that?
We're always going to count on those guys. They do a lot in our offense. I mean, they're definitely guys that get our offense going, our run game going, and in the passing game as well. They score a lot of touchdowns, catch crucial first downs, and so forth. But we have Duffield that's played for us. We have Bill Cecil, and we have we just made a move now. We got old Peppenheim from defense over, and he looked good on his first day. So those guys we get involved in our passing game, and I know Coach Clark uses them a whole bunch in the run game as well. So I mean, we're not going to change much there. We're just going to improve on it, and these guys will step up.
What made Devin a candidate to be able to help out on that side of the ball?
His size. We look at him, man. He's a good-looking kid, can run, very tough, very aggressive, smart kid. And Coach will tell you, yesterday he was very impressive. He caught on real quick and learns his play, and he's just a tough-nosed kid up front.
Frank, one of the things you've got to kind of figure out, we all get spoiled because Taylor has been starting for 36 straight games. A lot of that credit goes to Shawn's guys, and Taylor's just tough. but, you know, in working with the group behind him, I know where you were coming out of spring. Where are you right now, and how do you feel like the group behind him is progressing?
You know what? This past week, I feel a lot better. You know, these young guys, Jacob Huseman and Zach Thomas, are really being impressive. They've done a lot of good things. They're completing a lot of passes. They're understanding the offense. And, you know, obviously they're young guys, so they're going to make mistakes here and there, but they're very talented, very smart individuals at catching on the offense, making their reads down the field, both in the pass game and in the run game. So we're excited about both of them. Right now, they're about neck to neck. Zach's had a little bit better last couple of days. But like I said, they're competing for that second position there, but they're both very good football players.
It almost looks like, looking at the roster and the stats, that your reserve quarterbacks are almost cookie cutter from Taylor Lamb, 6'2", 200. Is there something about that particular size of quarterback that and skill? What is it about?
Well, I know sometimes the coach makes fun of me because, you know, obviously we have a size you're looking for height-wise and so forth in quarterback. But, you know, with Coach Satterfield, we always try to look for the guy that can throw the football down the field when we're recruiting guys, and obviously mobile guys. And these guys, you know, they can run. They're mobile, they're agile, but they're great passers. They're real good passers. And, you know, that's something we look for. Height-wise, it's a preference when it comes to coaching. You know, obviously that's one we have, that it's got to be a little bit about in the 6'2" area and so forth. And in that way it helps them see down the field. When offensive linemen are 6'5", 6'6", it makes it a little tougher for a shorter guy.